most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin aka MMAnomaly, Emiliano aka Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip aka Pip's Piano Tips.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, aka MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, is the co-hosts with the most. I'm talking about a Jive Turkey Nano and an Alex Pip. You know him, you love him. Pip's Piano Tips, the man who takes all the meat off the bone. We missed you, bro. We missed you last week. Honestly, we had leftovers, I think, for the first time in months, brother. All jokes aside, Pip, how you been, man?
I've been good. I'm trying to keep water out the ship, and I mean that literally. I had a little bit of a bathtub leak, so I'm refixing the whole ceiling. It has been a week. We had street cleaning. Truck died. Had to fix that motherfucker. Move it to the driveway. The dog's got surgery tomorrow, but we're doing good. We're back, and I'm so happy to talk about these fights. I'm so happy to be back. Nano, how the hell are you doing, man?
Great to hear you holding up out there, brother. One step at a time, one leaky pipe at a time, brother. Yeah, man, I'm doing great. Great to see you. Coming off a nice, relaxful weekend. Got some sunshine here in San Francisco. And we had a hell of a fight card to break down. So Luna is excited as well. She's barking here in the background. Brother, can't wait to dive on in and talk about these dogs. Speaking of dogs, MMAnomaly, my brother, back to you. How we doing? Let's do it.
Brother, not only do I now know that you and Pip are doing well, but I know Luna's happy as hell too. I mean, couldn't be a better time. And I mean, May just must be the month for successful surgery. So let's go, man. Hope the dog surgery goes well. Hope for a speedy recovery, my guy. Doggo will get it started. I'll get it finished here in May. We'll close it out nice. I'm doing good, man. No complaints. Work is busy. Life is possibly busier. But as I like to say often and always, busy does not mean bad, folks. So I'm happy to be busy, right? Nobody ever died from going too fast, only from coming to a sudden stop, right? That's what my dad always says. So prayers for Blue. Oh, Blue's a great name, too. You're my boy, Blue! Let's go. Let's go.
Blue without the E, name. Just like Alex.
I love it. So, all right, guys. Let's dive into it. We got UFC Perth to go over here. And in the first one, in the main event of the evening, we had a welterweight slaughter between Carlos Prates, the Nightmare, and Jackie Three Names, Jack Della Maddalena. My fucking goodness, man. I'm just going to jump in and take the lead here. And the like, if you asked me, Pip, if you said, Olin, could you describe this fight in 2 words? I would simply say, holy shit. Like genuinely, it was a holy shit moment. Carlos the Nightmare Prates earned that nickname, the Nightmare. He put on an absolute striking clinic. He had the entire arena going quiet for their boy JDM, who came in as the hometown hero, former title challenger and title holder. Slick boxing, good wrestling base. But Prates treated him like a heavy bag from bell to bell, brother. I mean, he ate him like a chalupa from Taco Bell, kid. Rounds 1 and 2, Prates did exactly that. He feasted. The leg kicks were so fucking vicious. Pip, I'm pretty sure you could hear the smack from those kicks from the cheap seats in the nosebleeds, brother. Let me tell you, especially because it was crickets in the crowd when they were happening, right? He mixed in body knees, crisp jabs, and that Brazilian switch hitter power, boys. JDM tried to close the distance. He tried to wrestle. He actually had some success in the first round with the wrestling, and I thought, oh boy, here we go. Could be a little bit of rinse, wash, and a repeat. But you must not have read that label, huh? He could not rinse, wash, nor could he repeat? And I think Prates' footwork and range management are what kept him on the outside and just eating him up with the leather, bro. Round 3, JDM's leg was literal toast. It was a fucking rubber band just hanging there, bro. I mean, it looked like a bone after fucking Pip had taken all the meat off of it. If you know, you know, kids. It was crazy. The leg was shredded. He got dropped by another calf kick, just like he did at the end of round 2, which they possibly could have stopped it in. I wouldn't have been mad if somebody from his corner threw the towel in between rounds. Like, what did Terry Silver, the villain of Karate Kid 3, say? If a man can't stand, a man can't fight. Brother, he did that. I guarantee you Carlos Prates has seen Karate Kid 3. And he is definitely Cobra Kai. That motherfucker was sweeping the leg, kid. It was nasty work. I couldn't have been more impressed by him. Couldn't have been happier to have him on my fantasy team. No. I'm in second. I went from second to last.
You jumped me.
To second to first. It's crazy, bro. I jumped more than just you. My guy. We're coming back. And you know, Drewski, he's got the Blueskis because he's got like nobody going for the next 2-3 weeks. And you know who is not in that kind of deficit? It's Mr. Holler at your boy. Yeah, we might be coming back. I can't let Drew get a fucking 3-peat in this goddamn fantasy league. Like, could you imagine the mouth on that guy? He would never stop, Nano. He would be going in on us the way that Carlos Prates went in on JDM, which was disgusting. Getting back to the fight. Nano, talk to me, Goose. What were your thoughts on this one?
Bro, I mean, this was a fun fight to watch. Going into it, I love how you both just sipped your water there at the same time.
That was wild.
Nice.
Like, you would think we rehearsed that shit.
This is right in the middle here. Yeah, man. I mean, this was an absolute banger, brother. I mean, we got to give the flowers where it's due. Carlos Prates just came out and showed out. Dude is as violent as we've seen. We knew going in the striking was going to be the difference maker, but after he ate, I think that first or second shot from JDM, and then you hear Carlos talking about it after, saying, once he hit me, I knew he wasn't going to knock me out. Just like, dude, this guy's so cold, man. This guy's an absolute savage. He's built different. The Muay Thai in mixed martial arts, he displays it, I think, at the highest level, at least in my favorite fashion. Like, I love watching him put it all together. Dude is just born to crush skulls and knock people out. And that's what he did, man. He crushed JDM's ego. He crushed him pillar to post. Like, he just, and I'll end it with my 2 words here for how Carlos Prates went out there and got the TKO victory. It was dismantling his opponent. He dismantled JDM, picked him apart. I mean, the leg, he basically TKO'd him via leg kicks. You got JDM groaning in there, brother. When's the last time you seen a grown man?
The scream, dude, when he went down. He hit the dude. All right, you've just convinced me. I don't know how I'm such a Star Wars fan. I don't have the Wilhelm scream as a soundbite. I'm gonna add it today.
Got to.
We're gonna have that within the next 30 minutes or so. No, I gotta cut in real quick just because you said Muay Thai. A lot of people don't realize this. Like, you look at the record and you think to yourself, right? Like, 24-7 versus 18-4. They're fairly evenly matched in professional discipline, right? Or professional tenure. But then you have to ask yourself, have these boys done anything outside of MMA? For JDM, I believe the answer is no. Do you know what the answer is for Prates? 102. Do you know what that number means? That is the number of professional Muay Thai fights that he has had in Thailand and across the world. That is unfair. Dude is basically young Sanchai that was like, I guess I'll do MMA too.
Unreal.
It's disgusting, bro. Like, the Twitch timing, and something that neither of us mentioned, but I know Pip was going to mention, and I just want to take the meat off the bone, you know, just to fuck with him for his first time back here. The hands never came up past his shoulders, bro, in defense. You ever play against an annoying guy, like an annoying cousin or older brother in 007, and they never even use the down sights? They're just hip firing, blasting your shit, and you're like, how did you kill me? I was all the way across the fucking room, and you used the like RP90 or whatever, bro. How are you that accurate?
Just spawn trapping a motherfucker.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? He was camping him, dog. Pip. Talk to us about this dismantling. And Nano, I agree, it was a dismantling. I would even say a systematic dismantling of a ground.
100%. I mean, he broke him down. I mean, it was a fantastic fight and a fantastic performance from Carlos Prates. I mean, Carlos, it was a banger all day. And Carlos just did his thing in there. I mean, he picked them apart throughout the whole fight. And we almost got the fight a little early. I mean, it almost started while Joe was getting ready to give the introductions. But that they were ready to get it on. But Carlos, I mean, he looked really good. Moving from the outside, attacking that lead leg, as you guys mentioned. Good knees up the middle, and Carlos was just looking for the knees right from the start of the fight. I mean, JDM had that high guard. He kept dipping down, and Carlos was finding the knees right off of it when he was in range. And in the second round, they were landing hard, and he was finding the timing of his shots. And with that high guard of JDM as well, I mean, he was rushing to try to bait out the punches, and that has been, very effective for JDM in the past. But these were more boxing-style fights, if you will. I mean, Carlos wasn't just boxing with JDM. If he shelled up, especially at range, he was getting hit with the leg and the body kick. You saw Carlos was targeting the leg of JDM, just like Islam did in their fight. I mean, it's a boxer's weakness. It's that leg kick. And Carlos took full advantage of it. JDM would shell out. Carlos would grab the wrist of JDM and then kick out the leg. Other times he was targeting that calf, and JDM just wasn't blocking it correctly. He was just turning his shin, never really lifted his leg up towards it. And you saw what Carlos was doing against JDM's calf kicks. He was lifting the leg. He was turning the shin out. I mean, he looked good. Anyway, but I mean, he got up close using the high guard. JDM was getting hit with knees and elbows from Carlos. I mean, just a full range of arsenal that was coming his way. JDM just wasn't able to create those exchanges. He couldn't land counters. He was just getting hit. I mean, straight shots landed through the guard, good hook counters, and he was pop-shotting very well. Head kicks that got through, and I mean, these shots were just coming through all angles. He had success with the hooks to the body. I mean, he found some takedowns, JDM found some takedowns, but it just didn't stop the momentum from Prates. Carlos looked really good. He beat another former champion with ease. Dropped JDM, I mean, 4 separate times until the finish. And you could tell he was working on the footwork. Cutting angles, solid movement. He just outclassed JDM everywhere the fight went. Fantastic performance. But who do you guys got next for Carlos?
As Chel Sonnen would say, Uncle Chel P, I like Islam Micallef.
He's calling for the title fight. Give him the title fight.
He deserves it, bro. You can't, I understand. Let me just lay it out real quick. There are 2 options that make any sense whatsoever. It's Islam Micallef and Michael Morales.
Holy shit, those are my 2 names. Straight up.
Those are the only 2 names that make sense. And let me tell you why, Pip and Nano.
Yep.
Nano, correct me. Were those your 2 names as well?
Those feel obvious, right? I mean, we're talking about people at the cream of the crop, at the top of the division. JDM was number 1 at one point, ex-champion. Carlos made a great case. He beat 2 ex-champions now, knocked them out. Yeah, there's only so many people, right? It's a short list at the top, and that's what it is.
And here's the reasoning behind why I say these are the only 2 names that make sense. I think Michael Morales doesn't make a ton of sense from a logic standpoint, but if you look at it from a timeline standpoint, it makes all the sense. Islam fights once a year, twice a year at best. He's gonna fight Ian Gary this year. That's all but been confirmed already. If that happens, he doesn't fight again this year. Do you shelf Carlos Prates, who's an extremely active fighter, for the next 9 to 12 months? I don't think that's the move, right? You do a number 1 contender fight with Michael Morales, and then the winner of that, all the marbles, they fight Islam in his next fight out, right after Ramadan next year, I'd assume, or rather right before, depending. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that those 2 make the most sense. And with that being said, since we're pretty much all in agreement, man, let's, I don't know whether we should do a shot in celebration for Carlos Prates or one in sadness for Beneil Dariush. Either way, we're going to pour one up.
We've been keeping this next breakdown recently. And I think because we know via Sav Jelly that Carlos Prates would probably do a shot with us.
He definitely would.
Hedgy, so I think we're going to have to celebrate that.
I quit smoking many years ago, but the last 2 times I've bought a pack of cigarettes have been the week of a Carlos Prates fight week. And, I can't say that it's something I'm proud of or that it's a good habit, but, you can't not say he's not inspirational. And also, cigarettes haven't looked that cool since like 1999.
Everything he does looks cool, man.
The dude has swagger. What is it that Fitzgerald said? Cool is not something you can train. You either are or you aren't. And Carlos Prates is cool. Like, that's such a good call from him, dude. That's one of my favorite Fitzgerald calls of all time. I think it was his like second or third fight in the UFC.
That is a pretty good line, actually.
Cheers, folks. If you're drinking, drink with us. If not, that's fine. Hydrate, drink some water, or just, take a big deep breath of fresh air. Either way, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications, and cheers to you.
Salute.
No, Carlos definitely puts the cool back in menthol, that's for sure.
Absolutely, brother. Stay frosty. Now, moving into the next fight, we have a lightweight bout, a banger of sorts, between Beneil Dariush and Quillan Salkilld. Now, I'm going to pass it to you first for your breakdown of this, but before I do, I'm just going to leave you with a number. 53. Do you know what that number is? What it represents? It's okay if you don't.
Is that Dariush's amount of fights he's had?
It's not. It's the number of total strikes, not significant strikes, total strikes. It's taken Quillan Salkilld to finish 4 opponents inside the UFC octagon.
Oh, damn.
Sheesh. He's
I wanted to have a little fun fact for you boys. That's what it's taken him to get it done when he decides he wants to get a finish. And again, I'll remind you, just in case you're new and haven't been here before, guy has 1 decision win in the UFC, and during that entire fight week, he said, people have been asking what happens if you can't finish someone? What happens if he has to go the full 15 minutes? Is he going to gas out? And I reckon they're doubting me, so I'm going to give them what they're asking for. He literally went out there and got a 30-27. Unanimous decision. And then on the mic afterwards, he's like, all right, now that we got that out of the way, we'll give them what else they want. The guy is a fucking phenom, bro. Like, he's an absolute stud, brother. After he did the decision, he comes out, he knocks somebody else out, and then he says in the Wednesday media day, you know what? I'm going to give these people something they haven't seen inside the UFC octagon. Submission. Brother.
And then he got the submission, too.
Brother, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dude's a fucking bona fide stud. You can't ever put him and Carlos Prates on the same fight card again because, my God, there's just not enough cool left in the room for any of the rest of us. It's not fair, all right? You can't have these two fucking, whatever the kids call them, Ara farmers or whatever the fuck. Like, these fucking guys.
These moggers.
Talk to the people. And, hey, Andrea's here. Let's go. It's a great day when I can catch you live. Hey, guys, cheers. Let's go. We got a drinking buddy. And, yeah, it was definitely a banger for sure. I know JDM was your pick, and definitely better luck next time. Cheers, Jimbo's old lady. Dono, what were your thoughts on this absolute barn burner for as long as it lasted?
Yeah, it felt like a changing of the tide, right? It felt like we saw everything that Beneil had there. He had some moments. He was doing everything he could, but it just really pulled down to the younger, stronger, just sharper fighter at this stage. I was able to find the knockout pretty easily, but Quillan's legit, man. I mean, I think half of it is, Beneil just getting some bad luck and on the back nine of his career, but he's still a dangerous fighter out there. Like, he's a ranked lightweight in this division. I mean, one of the best in the world, regardless of all the other accolades or whatever. So you look at Quillan Salkilld and what he was able to do. So I don't want to say effortlessly, but I mean, definitive, right? It was a good exclamation point. I mean, this guy didn't really feel like the fight was ever out of his control. I think that's the sign of someone that belongs exactly where he is. 12th ranked now is crazy. I can't wait to dive into maybe who we want to see him matched up with, but dude's every bit as good as he says he is. He's got the moxie, and he's got the local appeal. He's got that it factor, right? I don't want to say a star in the making, potential superstar if he keeps winning, but he's in the toughest division that the UFC roster has. So let's see if he can continue to climb. But good on him. Good on him. Good on the bloke. Pitt, what did you see, brother?
Yeah, I mean, definitely an exclamation point finish, that is for sure. And like you said, I mean, now in the top 15 of the lightweight division, I mean, this fight, it kind of felt like there wasn't much of a game plan being used. I think we just kind of came out here to see who the better fighter was. I mean, you saw immediately that Salkilld just had the speed advantage, and it didn't deter Dariush. I mean, he threw a left high kick and the left hand behind it, and it did drop Salkilld for a minute. I mean, he immediately gauged in the grappling. Dariush landed a few takedowns, but Salkilld just did a great job defending. He was rotating the hips, establishing a base. He was fighting the hand lock. I mean, he looked good defensively. Dariush takes a chance, so he throws that left elbow. They break apart, and then from there, Salkilld lands a bomb of a counter right hand and just unloads hooks, uppercuts, lands another right hand, and just breaks down Dariush with some heavy ground and pound. I mean, battling the early adversity, staying composed, and he gets the finish against a tough vet, against Dariush. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see him next. But Uncle Olin, what you got on this one?
Yeah, man, great breakdowns as always, boys. Perth's very own Quillan Salkilld basically just had a coming out party, right? He came out there and announced himself to the entire lightweight division and the world. Beneil Dariush came out swanging and banging, and he dropped Salkilld early with a pretty clean shot down the pipe. The crowd had kind of an oh shit moment, huh, boys? I don't know if you heard that or noticed that, but man, when he dropped, it went from it was crazy how quickly the crowd went silent that moment. But Salkilld popped right back up like a featherweight Dustin Poirier. Like, me and Drew used to have a joke where it's not a Poirier fight unless he's been dropped a couple times, you know, and he bounces right back up. Wind up toy. Fucking, I'm back. All right, let's go. That was basically what Salkilld looked like out there. Popped back up like it was nothing, stuffed the takedowns, and then unloaded a nasty right hook that folded Dariush, followed it up with some solid shots. And I'll be honest, I think maybe two of those shots, a bit unnecessary, but you know, the ref was slow to stop it, so or rather couldn't get there fast enough. These guys were throwing fucking lead in there. That's 5 straight UFC wins, 4 finishes. This kid is the real deal, right, boys? Like, he is an absolute bona fide stud. He's got explosive power. He's got a ridiculous chin, elite level fight IQ, especially for the age that he brings into the octagon. And he's got slick takedown defense. He's dangerous everywhere. Like, holes. He's still young, and he's moving into the upper echelon, but I really don't see a lot of holes, man. What up, S-Dogs? My boy, my brother.
Hey.
Let's go. We got the dog in the house.
What up, dog?
Sparking up to the boys.
It's been a
Let's
minute,
go,
my
big guy.
boy. Good to see you.
Hope you're doing well. As far as for what's next, I mean, Nano, I let you do the breakdown first. I should at least toss you the baton on the first names here. Who you got?
Oh, man, this is a fun one. This is a fun one to match up because everybody is a murderer. Everyone is talented, but not everyone has a dance partner right now. Sitting in that top 10 range, I'm really, really eyeing in somebody, okay? You know, wise man once said, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. And if you're going to make some money, who else to call than money? Renato Moicano against a Quillan Salkilld. I like the matchup. It could be a main event. The reality is, I think Quillan called out Mateos, which could also be a solid bout. I would put that second just because Quillan asking you shall receive. But give me Money Moicano. That's what I like to see up next for our boy. What about Pitt? What are you seeing? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I always love a good call out, and I say if you can, take that mic and use it to your advantage. So I love the Gamrot call out. If that's what he wants to do, nobody's really out here calling out Gamrot. So I say just because he asked for it, give it to him. But if I'm putting on my Sean Shelby hat, I love a fight with Rafael Fiziev. I think that would be a banger. But Uncle Olin, what you got?
I love that fight, but Rafael Fiziev is matched up. He actually got matched up officially yesterday, maybe the day before it came out. He's fighting Manuel Torres.
Damn, that's
on
a good
June
fight,
27th. That's a banger of a fight, bro. I'm not mad at it.
Banger.
I'm not mad at that fight announcement, but I also will say, great picks. That would have been a banger fight. I'm not mad at Renato Moicano. Definitely not mad at that. I'm also not mad at the Mateos Gamro call out, but I got 2 other names to throw in the hat here. All right, technically 3. All right, Dan the Hangman Hooker, coming off 2 back-to-back losses, banger written all over it. They are close countrymen, so I don't know if they would want to fight, but be a banger either way. Sign me up. The other one would be the loser of Benoit Saint-Denis, Benny Saint-Denis, and Paddy Pimblett.
Ooh, I like that shout.
That's gonna be.
That's the one I want. If
Yeah,
I'm being
I like
honest,
that one too.
Because I think either way, it's either going to be a quick knockout or a fairly quick sub in that fight. I don't think it's going to be a war between those two. They're going to play too calculated. So loser's not going to take a shit ton of damage. They'll be able to bounce back in like 3 to 6 months. You run it, bro. You run it in like November, December, one of the final pay-per-views of the year. You put it as a co-main or a co-main.
I like that.
See, like that's Hooker would be fun. I just don't know if they'd want it. You know what I mean? But the Patty one, I think, like even if Patty goes out there and busts up Benny St. Denis, dude, give me Benny St. Denis versus Quillan Salkilld. A real killer versus a cage killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what happens, brother. Let's fucking run it. Speaking of running it, I strategically chose this third fight because I feel like there's a decent amount of meat on the bone. And no matter how hungry Pip is, I don't know that he'll be able to take it all off. We have a flyweight bout between Tim Elliott, aka the king of herky jerk weird shit, coming in against Stevie Siggs, aka Stevie Erceg, aka what did you call him earlier, Nano? Facial hair Erceg?
Oh yeah, I did. I called him Steve Beard Sig.
Steve Beard Sig. There you go, bro. Like this guy, Beard Sig might be up there with C-level Kane and Salon Quality Poirier. I'm just throwing it out there. Absolutely. He might be a mythical fighter. He looked a lot less like Michael Scott from The Office and a lot more like Michael Got Your Girl from The Office. You know what I'm saying? Pip, talk to the people. Give them what they want. Take all the meat off the bone, if you will, and tell us what you thought.
Yeah, I mean, we got off to a frantic pace to start the fight. I mean, Tim Elliott was out there just doing Tim Elliott things. I mean, wild shots, very fast, good footwork. And Erceg, I mean, he was trying to find a melody to an off-tempo song. I mean, both guys had a lot of success.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I mean, both guys had a lot of success. Tim was finding, 1-2s down the middle. That left overhand was landing. Even dropped Steve at the end of the first and mixed in the takedowns well and was just trying to overwhelm Erceg with kind of just a high pace technical crash. But Steve started making the reads. I mean, he was finding that straight right hand as Tim would lean to the right. Tim made good adjustments as well, letting that straight hand come and then timing a beautiful double leg off of it. But the grappling, that really wore Tim down. I mean, lots of scrambling. The takedowns were successful, but Steve popped back up to his feet every time. He was able to use the momentum as he was going down just to kind of use the energy to scramble back up. And it was definitely having an effect. And from the start of the second round, you could definitely see the tide shift. I mean, it became more flash versus technique. And technique always shines through. I mean, he found some good hooks in the pocket, dipping in and out. He was able to check the leg kicks. And it really started increasing that activity with the jabs and the straights. I mean, he found that rhythm. He was mixing in the takedowns, keeping the hands low of Tim Elliott, and just slipping out of range. I mean, landing clean counters as Tim was slowing down. And Steve was able to stuff most of the takedowns, or if not, he definitely did not waste any time getting back to his feet. And then once we got to the third round, I mean, everything was working for Steve Erceg. I mean, head kicks, 1-2s down the middle. The combinations got longer. Each shot that landed just looked like it had a little bit more impact. And you could hear his corner screaming. I mean, there are levels to this. And Steve showed that he's on a completely different level. I mean, textbook boxing, just extremely technical. And it made me think about... Thank you. But when you were talking about Mike Malott a couple weeks ago, when you were saying a coach's wet dream, I think Steve Erceg is probably the same exact way when he's in the gym. I bet the coaches just love working with Steve Erceg because he just, his hands are always where he needs to be. He doesn't waste any movements being flashy. He just does what he needs to be and he resets. It was a beautiful performance from Steve Erceg. Just kind of, he summed it up best at the end of the fight. Just textbook versus unorthodox, and that's exactly what we got. But Nano, what'd you think on this one?
Yeah, you covered a lot of the X's and O's, and I think the feelings I had going into this were, boy, this was a fun one. I mean, as the fight is unfolding, I just kept thinking, man, this is two clash of styles. These are two guys that are going out there and really trying to solve the puzzle. I mean, Tim Elliott he's a G. Like, I love watching him go out there and fight. Like, dude's just so unorthodox. Dude just feels like the backyard brawler that made it to the big leagues, right? He's not necessarily doing stuff by the book. I think even at one point his team's like, hey man, let's just like keep it simple, stick to the basics here. We don't need all the crazy stuff. But that's what he does, baby. It's you never know what you're going to get out there with the Tim Elliott fight. But we did know exactly what we were going to get with Steve Erceg. And it was A, B, X button, zero, circle button. It was a lot of jab, double jab, right jab cross, like meats and potatoes. But boy, was it effective, and boy, was it landing. I mean, those things were sharp. Astro Boy, aka Steve Beardsig, this mythical creature we saw out there was just, he had swagger. He wasn't deterred by the takedowns or those moments where Tim, again, like, he countered. He was having some shining moments there. He was playing Tim Elliott ball, but Steve was able to get his hand raised. I mean, I think it was 1-1. You could argue maybe Tim with the takedowns on that first round. Second round, I felt like Steve was really gaining that momentum, and then third round was, I mean, man, that's one of those rounds you're throwing the tape with Steve at some point, and it's like, yo, this is the dog. This is a guy we need to see. You're in that flow state. You're confident. You're walking your opponent down. You're just sticking to your guns and landing some heavy shots with purpose. And he didn't go out of the game plan. Didn't divert from jabs, straights, counters. W. Simple. I loved it. MMAnomaly, bring us home, brother. What'd you see?
Yes, more of the same, to be completely honest. Great breakdowns, boys, as always. Look, Tim Elliott came out there with all his weird angles, spinning shit in early pressure, but as Pip and yourself said, Nano, Erceg just kind of settled in, right? He kind of found himself in the pocket where he wanted to be, started dictating the range, the jab cross, just crispy boxing fundamentals that he brings to the UFC octagon are something to behold. Grimy84 says, Erceg looks like Steve Carell. Yes, he does, bro. Yes, he does. Every time he walks out, I feel like, should have done it to the Office theme. Would have been good. Would have been good. Maybe have a very large white man spill a pot of chili while he's walking out next to you. That would also be funny if you know, The Office. Lethal Sugar said, what up, gangsters? Sorry I've been MIA. Your boy is relocated to Austin, Tejas. Happy to be back in the chat. Happy to have you back in the chat, brother. How's things over in Austin, bro? Might have to meet up next time I go visit my mom. I usually fly into Texas before we drive over to Bossier City. Boss City, bitch. Yeah, we'll have to meet you up, brother. We've done it with a couple of guys from across the pond, or not from across the pond, but from the chat from across the pond that I met through those guys. I think like the only guy in Texas I haven't met is Crossover, to be honest. Or sorry, not Crossover. S-Dogs. I met Crossover. I met Making the Walk, Jax, and I met Sav Jelly. All three of those guys are from Texas. Or guys and gal, I should say. People like Erceg scare me. Looking at him, I could kick his ass. In real life, he'd KO me in under a minute. Dude, facts. Facts, bro. I kid you not, I've shown a picture of Steve Erceg to at least 3 of my coworkers and been like, do you think you can beat this guy up? Like, not a picture of him in UFC kit, just like a picture of him. And they're like, yeah, that guy looks like a dweeb. And I'm like, yeah, that guy's a murderer. And they're like seriously, like serial killer? I'm like, no. He's a murderer inside the octagon. Like, he fights people professionally. He would kill you. Yeah, that's 100%, bro. That'd be awesome. Let me know for sure. First round's on me. Oh, brother. Second and third are on me. Let's fucking get it, brother. Yeah. Well, I think we'll be flying out there August, September. I'll let you know. I'll let you know dates, and we'll have to set up a rendezvous, my guy, for damn sure. So yeah, jumping back to the fight breakdown, like I said, Erceg settled in, very crispy boxing on display, mixed in a little bit of wrestling of his own too when he needed to. Got 1 of 3 takedowns, landing 33% compared to the 18.2% accuracy clip of the opposition in Tim Elliott, who attempted 11 takedowns, folks. Also worth noting, Elliott attempted more shots, like more strikes than the opposition, and more significant strikes, but he got outlanded on both. So 93 and 90 for total strikes and significant strikes landed, compared to 136 and 136. That's right, folks. Every single shot out of 136 of them that our boy Beardsig, as he's been dubbed on this show, has landed were considered significant shots in this fight. And if you look at the accuracy, this is how you know who really won the fight, in spades, in my opinion. 53.5% accuracy on the total strikes thrown compared to 35.1. I think Pip said it earlier, and he said it very well. Like, at some point, it turned into more flash and less sustenance, right? And then Nano backed up the old merch, right? The meat and potato striker and Steve Erceg. He is a boxing coach's wet dream, right? Wrestling coaches, Muay Thai coaches, they may have some critiques, but pure boxing coach would be like, this is my fucking boy. Like the way that he just turns things over. He's so quick with it and slick with it. And I really truly see him working his way up to another title shot. I think the first title shot that he received was a little bit premature, right, boys? He probably got the Icarus effect, as we call it around here. You know, he got vaulted towards the sun a little bit too fast and his feathers burned and came crashing back down to the bottom with the rest of us. But he's working his way back up that mountain, boys. And I'm curious as fuck to hear what you think should be next. Pip, what name you got on the tip of your tongue, my guy?
Yeah, he's definitely getting towards the top. I mean, I would love to see him against a Loner Kavanagh or even a Brandon Royval. I think both of those could be fun fights. And then, you know, like you said, get him one more step closer to a title shot. Nana, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough spot to be in for Steve Erceg, right? It's like he's gotten the chance at the title, and now you're climbing your way back to the top of the heap here. And a couple good wins definitely will help get you there. He's sitting at the 12th spot today. He actually, 10th spot, excuse me. Tim Elliott dropped to the 12th. I got him mixed up. And he lost to Brandon, who's sitting right above him there. So I think you're right. Maybe Loner, Pip. I think that's probably as high as I'd be willing to go. But someone like an Amir Albazi, potentially, or a Hassan Almabayev coming off a win, probably make the most sense for Steve Erceg. MMAnomaly, what are you thinking?
Those are great picks, bro. If you were a steak, you'd probably be a carne asada. Oh, man. I have names. I like Brandon Raw Dog Royval. He doesn't have a dance partner. He's coming off 2 back-to-back losses. I think that one probably makes a lot of sense. Outside of that, and Pip, I know you liked one of my the loser of equations earlier, so let's see if I stick the landing on this one.
Let me hear it.
We got Manel Starboy Cop fighting Kyoji Horiguchi.
Damn, that's another good one, brother. I
think the loser of that makes a lot of sense, kid.
You keep coming. That's damn good.
That's solid, right?
I like it.
Again, like I think that realistically, it's probably going to be a fight where one of the guys gets finished fairly quickly, fairly brutally, and not going to be a ton of damage if it goes the other way around. So, Asada. Oh, shit, never mind. Perez got a fight. Oh, Loner or Alex Perez, Grammy84 said. Yeah. I like the Loner shout for sure. I think that'd be a fun fight to watch. Thanks, brother. Royval's definitely a good shot. Thank you. He's fighting Sumo Durji. Ooh, Alex Perez is? I hope Alex shows up. He's had more canceled fights in the UFC than completed fights. So as long as he shows up, that'll be a fucking banger, Grimy.
That's a really good fight. I didn't know that got announced.
Yeah, as Lethal Sugar said, that's a damn good scrap. Yeah, I'm happy as fuck to hear that announcement. That's a great one. Speaking of great ones, Marwan Rahiki might be a great one. The guy is a fucking stud, and he came into the UFC making his debut this weekend in the featherweight division against Ali Schmid. And man, he hit that guy so hard, Ali may have Schmid himself inside the octagon, folks. It was bad news bears out there. You know what I'm saying? Pip like that one too. Short notice replacement. Ali Schmid stepped up and Schmid the bed. Marwan Rahiki said, "Not today." Clean left uppercut on the chin, drops him, finishes him with ground strikes. Rahiki is just a nasty, nasty guy. Strong, fast, a lean machine. He's still undefeated, 9-0. And I mean, this is a year, guys, in which we've seen a lot of O's go. I don't know that this is going to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? You like that one? You like that one, Grimy? You Schmidt the bet? It happens. It happens, man. It happens. Oh, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, I'll keep my breakdown short and sweet because I think I've already talked about as long as the fight lasted about the fight. So, Nano, what are your thoughts on this one, bro?
Yeah, man. This my thoughts were that Rafiki. I had some freaky thoughts. Okay, it was Rahiki freaky getting out there and make me have some freak nasty thoughts. Okay, the dude was dominant the entire time. He had the speed advantage. He was throwing some really fancy, really well timed, really polished leg kicks and reversing spinning kicks, and then the striking itself. And it took a little while to get settled in, but it did just feel like once he got his reads and once he really started to let him go, his opponent just really didn't have much for him. Freaky's quick, brother. I mean, Rahiki's got some really, really sharp and fast strikes. You know, obviously we got to see how he looks when he's, met with maybe a more fearsome opponent, maybe someone that is another step up in the level of competition. Again, we're talking the highest level here, but maybe someone closer to being ranked or someone that's had a few UFC fights under their belt. Love to see Rahiki take that big next step up, but hell of a performance from Mr. Freaky. Like what I'm seeing, and got a fan out of your boy. Pips, break it down for us. What'd you see?
Yeah, I mean, great KO from Marwan Rahiki. I mean, found that right overhand off the jab and follows up with a clean left hand to get the job done. I mean, it didn't last very long. Rahiki made some really great reads, and it felt like a lot happened in 3 minutes. And boys, I'm happy to be back, so let's break it down. I mean, both guys, they came out very measured, making reads, determining range, but Marwan was definitely leading the dance. I mean, both guys were going after that lead leg, doing good work with the feints, and you could see it about the first minute where he started getting the read on the leg kicks. I mean, he was checking them or just sliding just out of range, then looking for the counters. He'd check, feint, and then try to capitalize. Once Schmid started losing success with the leg kicks, he started putting out that jab a little bit more. And it was more of a stiff jab where he, didn't really, he's trying to find the range with it. Didn't really throw anything behind it, but almost just stayed extended, a little too long. And Schmid was a little bit hesitant when he was throwing the jab out there. I mean, you saw Schmid, he would throw that jab to the body, stay in range a little too long while his head was, still dipped to get ready to throw his own counters, but they never came. I mean, they were very telegraphed, and either Rahiki just didn't react to it or he found the right overhand behind that jab. And it was just taking away all the ability to counter. And it was around that 3 minute mark where you saw Rahiki really make that read. Schmid kind of throws that jab to the body. The head stays out a little too long. And Rahiki just lightly touches him with the jab twice just to figure out that range. And in that final exchange, you saw the same exact thing. That right overhand set up the left hand. Once it landed, then a naked leg kick comes from Schmid. Hands weren't where they needed to be. And bam, left uppercut comes. Schmid drops it. And then he just kind of adds some extra job security with the follow-up shots. But Marwan Rahiki just showed us that he's getting better every time he steps in here in the octagon. He's a very high-level fighter. He's got good fight IQ, and he's definitely a guy to keep an eye on. But I'm excited to see him back in there. I would love to see him against a Jack Jenkins or even a Julian Erosa if you want a higher jump. But Uncle Olin, what you got?
Jack Jenkins is a good shout, but before I get into my names, I got to tell you guys, I mean, holy Schmid. What a breakdown. Holy Schmid. These boys are fucking killing it right now. And also, holy Schmid, it's Juice Man 562. It's that time of the week, fellas. Let's go. Let's fucking go, brother. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, brother. He's Moroccan grimy. There you go. There you go. And she's saying that, of course, too. Grimy asking, is Rafiki Indian? Because we all know that's the worst base for MMA. It's like being Asian for race car drivers. That's...
Oh my gosh.
Brother, have you never seen Tokyo Drift? They're good drivers, dog.
It's my favorite Family Guy scene is that lady driving. She go, I turn left. Sorry, everybody else.
Across like 5 lanes. Incredible, bro. Incredible shit. Oh, man. As far as for what is next, I'll be honest with you. I don't love it, but I do like it. I got 2 names for you, Pip and Nano. I like, it's been a long time since I've been on the train. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we take a trip to the train? Nate the Train Landwehr. I think that's a fun one. He's coming off 3 TKO losses. Could be 4 after this one. And if we want to see him fight someone on a winning record, might I throw out a high caliber matchup here? And we know, folks, that the UFC has been all about it this year when it comes to this stat. Someone's has to go. Rahiki, Mr. Freaky, versus Luke Riley. 14-0 versus 9-0. Both have finishing power. Both up-and-comers that they're trying to put on the map. One's Moroccan. One's a Scouser. You know, I don't think Dana's afraid to smash them two shiny toys together, as long as he gets one winner. What do you think, Nano? Got a name on the tip of your tongue?
I love that, brother. I actually did have Luke Riley as well. I was hesitant because I'm like, man, you know, do they want to have that Icarus effect? Do they want to put two O's that got to go when it's not for a title or two top contenders? It's like they may not want to, but boy, would I love to watch that fight. Love to watch it. On paper, it's an absolute barn burner. Another person I thought a little bit above Luke Riley in terms of fights in the UFC and I guess rankings as well here according to Tapology, but I'm talking about a pretty boy. Okay, I'm talking about Mr. Freak against pretty boy Jamal Emmers. He's got a lot of experience. He's got some good grappling. I mean, it's a tough matchup for Mr. Rafriki, but he's got something's got to give, right? You're knocking fools out. You gotta take a step up. Jamal Emmers might be willing to answer that bell.
I like Emmers because that's exactly what I want to see next for Rahiki is a test. I want to see a test for Rahiki. And Jamal Emmers, that does
great
it.
Match. Yeah, I think we're both with you on that one, Nano. That's a fantastic match.
Hell yeah.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Brother, let's fucking go. That's why I say talk to me, Goose. Fuck
Hey.
that. With that, let's go ahead and move into another fight that I'm less excited to talk about. It's a heavyweight bout between Shamil O'Neal-Gaziev Brando Pericic. He was my dog of the week, folks. Shamil O'Neal, as we call him around these parts. He was a miss. It was a bit of a miss on his behalf. 51 to 100 in total strikes, 41 to 89 in significant strikes. But hey, he did win on when it comes to takedowns. You know, he got one, his opponent got zero, but he also attempted zero. It was not great. It was not great. We are definitely doing a shot for this one. Shamil O'Neal-Gaziev. I mean, this was my dog of the week. I missed the boat on it. And if you told me, fuck, I'm sorry. I am sorry. But if you tell me on all of my bets and you bet the exact same number of units I bet on them, you would be up units. So, not going to apologize. You know what I'm saying? And as a wise singer-songwriter once said, it's too late to apologize. Oh, that shit's already been paid in or out by the bookie. You feel me? Thanks for the backup vocals, Nano. Dude, I love how if I lay it out, you're always there to play it out. You know what I'm saying? You always got me. Like a trust fall when I sing on the show.
You know,
folks, if you're drinking, drink with us. If not, that's fine too. All right, maybe save it and do a shoey next fight with us. We're actually not doing a shoey. That was a joke. But either way, cheers. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. And if you're into it, do a shoey. Fuck it. Cheers.
Hello.
Just do it for the love of the game.
For the love of the game.
We've done a shoey show before.
Yeah, we've done too many.
Yep. Nope. Enough.
I'm happy I
Barboza, that fight
losing.
the other week that had the KO would be nasty. Wait, what? Barboza? That fuck. Oh, yeah. That would be a nasty one. But can't smash the new toys together. See, like that's always something I say, but sometimes it makes sense, bro. Like, where's that Barboza kid from? If he's from anywhere other than Brazil, they'll probably do it. Just because like they already have a solid Brazil staple. It's not really a world market for them right now, or that they're trying to conquer, if that makes sense. Speaking of trying to conquer, goddamn, fuck, I'm so sad about this one. Nano, I'm gonna let you take the lead on it. I'm gonna go last on this one. Shamil Gaziev versus Brando Pericic. Yourself before you wreck yourself.
Bro, I mean, this was a fun fight. I mean, I honestly
You like that? That was good, right?
You got me up right over there.
Pericic yourself before you wreck yourself. That should be his name, bro.
I was so ready to go in. It's like, God, that was a good one. God, that's good. Well said. Well played, brother. That's how you check. That's how you counter. That's how you interrupt someone's timing right there. I digress. Listen, man, I feel like this is how every heavyweight fight should look. Okay, I don't want to see wrestling. I don't even care to see the highest level of sharp striking. I hear heavyweight. I want to see two big boys, bellies rolling until a body hits the floor. This was exactly what the hell I am talking about, y'all. I loved every bit of this. This was the two drunk uncles in the backyard. Honestly, what it reminded me of was those prison fights. If you know, you know. This felt like some straight
My name is Yuri Boyka. I am the most complete fighter in the world.
I'm serving 3 life sentences for stabbing people in the eyes. Yeah,
if you know Yuri Boyka, you know prison fights. Okay, I'm just gonna say undisputed.
Grimy, you are correct. Listen, all I'll say is I don't care about the X's and O's on this one. Okay,
Come on, get down with the thickness. You know what I'm saying? You got a sickness for the thickness.
Oh yeah. Come on. We all do. I just felt like it was just so fun to watch, bro. I mean, both guys were heads bopping back and forth and getting tired, and Shamil dog walking him. I mean, Shamil's stuff is nails, but Pericic, boy, he's got some mittens on him, doesn't he? This guy knows how to rock him, sock him, robots, brother. I'm just gonna, keep it there, light but tight. Hell of a fight. Can't wait to hear you guys break it down. But this was every bit of good. I loved every second of this fight. Pip, what'd you think about these big boys and the big brutal warriors? I guess as MMAnomaly poses there.
BBWs. I was in the BBWs. Big brutal warriors.
Well, these BBWs, they definitely. I was a little worried when the fight first started. They were like not doing nothing for about the first 15 seconds, and then all of a sudden we just started trading. I mean, Shamil landed a good straight right hand that immediately went for the takedown, and Brando showed a really good takedown defense. He was able to stuff the shots, fight the hands, and just stay composed. And once Brando was able to strike from range, I mean, you could see a clear advantage. The right hand was money every time it landed. He started teeing off with heavy shots, mixed the combinations to the body, went upstairs with the right hooks and the uppercut, and Shamil really just didn't have an answer. There was no head movement, just backing away or kind of going for the clinch, and while, try to hold Brando in one place. Yeah, round 2 starts, and both of these guys are swinging. Shamil is looking for uppercuts, he's headbutting jabs, and Brando is just looking for that right hand and had a lot of success landing the body kicks. And we basically just got to rock 'em, sock 'em robots with both of these guys. I mean, definitely slowing down as the third round came. The hands were down, mouths were open. Brando found a perfect straight and then followed up with that right hook and put Shamil away. Brando showed grit. He showed that he can take a shot and give 3 right back. It was a very entertaining back and forth slugfest for as long as it happened. But Uncle Olin, take us home. What you got?
Oh man, what a fight! What a fight! It was a banger for as long as it lasted, right, boys? Like, this is one of those fights that was definitely fun. As long as you didn't have money on it, it was a lot of fun. If you did have money on it, it was still lots of fun up until the very end. How did it go? Right, like, it was a war. Both guys were swinging haymakers from the very start. Kaziev rocked him early, but Pericic kept coming, landing a massive right hook, and ultimately just destroying the posture of Kaziev. You saw him fall like a sack of potatoes. Crowd was losing their minds. I often ask you guys, like, what did we learn from this fight? I'll be honest with you. I didn't learn a ton about Pericic yourself before you wreck yourself. I always knew that he had the hands, you know what I'm saying? And if he was a video game, these hands are rated E for everyone. They can all get it. But when it comes to Shamil O'Neal Kaziev, he's not the Jolly Giant I once thought he was. The chin may be cracked, as the kids say, and he's becoming quite the glass cannon in a form. So it's tough. Real quick, Grimy said, I seen Disturbed with Korn and Godsmack in concert. I was so drunk I don't remember any of it. That's the best, bro. That's the best. Genuinely. Random fun story. I once saw Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu, and Bullet My Valentine with Andrea KGB Lee, like a decade before she became a UFC fighter.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was very funny. I remember Avenged Sevenfold at one point. They were like, this is the worst, most pathetic fucking mosh pit I've ever seen in my entire life. We're going to play this next song. If you don't know the words, get up, get the fuck out of the show. And if you do, let's see you fucking do something. And then they did Pantera's Walk. And half the mosh pit got escorted out by security because they got so violent. They were like throwing people into the stage and shit. And it was me, Andrea. So it was me, Andrea, KGB Lee, and then my homie to my other side. And there was a very large, very drunk man standing next to my homie. And it was like, dun, 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 dun. And he was elbowing my homie in the head every time his hand would go forward. And so my homie literally left to go get a beer, which he was underage, but he still came back with a beer, which I was very impressed by. Yeah, he probably needed it for the headache because he was getting elbowed illegally behind the head. Those are illegal shots. Back of the head. Ref stopped the fight. No, that was a very, very funny night, though, for damn sure. I had the fight starts round 2, so my butt was clenched. Oh, so hard. You couldn't have got a fart out if you wanted to. You were so nervous, bro.
Dude,
God damn.
Them were squeaky toots if they got through.
Brother. Equivalent to the chicks that wear like the tight spandex pants. You just know if they fart, you're gonna see an air bubble go all the way down their leg, and you'll hear just as it goes out the ankle. I'll see myself out. I was lucky enough to stop. You saw Pantera live? That trumps any story I've got. That's so sick. That's so sick. The closest to that I have is Linkin Park, but that's sick, bro.
Damn, Linkin Park is dope as fuck too.
I saw Linkin Park one time live. They're fucking incredible, bro. But I did fuck it up, or I did fuck up and turn down Rage Against the Machine tickets for a fucking date. Grimy, I solemnly swear that
we'll do
if and when I meet you in person, I will do a shot with you. Then I'll slap you across the fucking face for that one mistake. And then we can just go right back about it. We'll be best friends. Everything's great. But I'm just going to pull it up again for anybody that might have missed that. That's a mistake. Unless you're still with her and you are getting married and or already have children, a mistake, bro. They're just going to call a spade here, as I like to. Speaking of calling a spade, Brando Pericic, check yourself before you wreck yourself. No. What do you think should be next for the young man?
Oh, man. Oh, Manowitz. I'm having a tough time here. I mean, this heavyweight division, not that it's necessarily, the deepest lineup of all the divisions, but it's just a lot of people have dance partners right now. At least the people that I'd really love to see Pericic get matched up with. But based on what we saw, I mean, the dude is every bit ready, right? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knockouts in a row on top of a submission win back in 2024. So, oh, man. I guess out of just sheer availability, I mean, the polar bear, Sergey Spivak, I mean, that's someone that's been in the division for a long time, 18-6 record. Both can be on a card anywhere in the world, and they'd be willing to be active participants. Sergey did fight earlier this year. He got a win against Ante Delija, who was another top contender, so maybe he'd be willing to take that one. That was in February. Other than that, I mean, there's not a lot of other options, boys. I mean, what are we thinking? I want to see him get a crack. I want to see him get a step up, which is why I say Sergey. But what do y'all think?
I like Marcin Tybura. They haven't fought, have they?
No, I mean, he's fresh on the scene. I don't think he's fought Marcin yet.
No, yeah, they haven't fought. I think that'd
Tybura
be a fun
on my
match.
list. I like that.
There it is.
You have another name, Pip?
There it is.
It was either Tybura or maybe Curtis Blades.
Blades is bullish, but I like Blades too. I think Blades will want to get back out there.
It's a good shout. I don't like it for Blades at all, but it's good. Pericic versus Walker, if you want to come in. All right. So, Grimy, because I like you, I'm going to be very honest with you. That's a lie. I'm honest with everybody. But I do like you. The first part was not a lie. But I'm going to be very honest with you. I had that name. I had Walter Walker, the heel hook king, written on my list in my notes. And then I did the little strike through on it so I wouldn't forget that I wrote it down. And so I would remember why I put the strike through it. And the reason for that is the guy is on a 3-fight win streak right now. He just doesn't deserve to have to fight down. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, 4-fight win streak, and all 4 are by submission. He just shouldn't have to fight down. So to me, that would be a punishment for him to make him fight Pericic. I think he should be fighting up. I don't know, wholeheartedly. But I do like Marcin Tybura, and I did have another name that's also coming off of 2 back-to-back losses. Ironically enough, one by decision, one by TKO, just like Marcin Tybura. Ante Walking Trouble Delija.
That's a good one. I like it.
Tom Aspinall's training partner. I don't know. I just think it makes a lot of sense.
Proper shout.
True story. Heavyweight is so bleak. It is. It's very bleak. Men's MMA is better than women's MMA, says Yuri. 578 tarded. My guy. Tell us why you feel that way. Tell us how you really feel. Let's get to the meaning of this. With that being said, Nano feels like we might get drunk tonight. We have another fight to talk about. It's a heavyweight bout. It's another one, staying in the same weight class, going to different guys in the same weight class. It's very shallow, so it's crazy that we have two of these on the same card, but here we are to talk about it. It's Tai Tuivasa, aka Mr. Shuivasa, coming in against Louie Sutherland. I'm from the South, and dude's last name is Sutherland, and I bet against him. This feels biblical that I would be wrong and have to do a shot on this one. Jimbo's old lady said, yeah, I miss Stipe. I do too. But you know what else I miss? The UFC prioritizing signing fucking heavyweights. We've got 28 of them in the entire division. That's the pool. Do you know what lightweight is? It's like over 150. So can we just, come on. Can we get there? If we get to a day in the UFC in the next 3 years in which we see 50, 75 heavyweights, I will be a happy boy. My God, I'll be a happy boy.
I was just thinking, even if we got to 50, it would be such an improvement.
Bro, if we got to 50, could you imagine the matchups that we'd get? Fuck me, dude. It's like, you play a game with 20 fucking choosable characters, you can only run so many matches. I'd buy the season pass. Just give us more characters, Paramount. We need more heavyweight characters. The Shui guy hasn't won it since Obama was president. Like, can we figure this out? And he's one of your stars? What's happening here?
This is your king.
This is your king.
This is your ruler.
Fucking every year we think Tai Tuivasa died in the octagon. Every 2 years, Tai Tuivasa comes out like the fucking Black Panther. And as you can see, I am not dead. Motherfucker just signs the dotted line like, let me drop 30 pounds and fight again. And like idiots, we're like, I think I'm going to bet on Tai.
Every single day.
It's because I've got a unit to lose and a shot to do. Cheers, folks. No crazy long cheers. Just, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Smash the bells for sure so you know when we're live like this. And cheers to you all. We appreciate you being here.
Much appreciated. Salute. Ooh, that was a big one.
Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one.
That shit bit Nano back.
Give Ty Steve Asplund.
Little reversal. Sheesh.
Grimy. Now you're getting a shot, a slap, and a hug. That's great. That's fucking great.
In that order.
In that order. It's like, get over here, you fucking beautiful boy.
I can't stay mad at you.
Bring it in. Bring it in, bud. Yeah, I like that. Give Ty Steven Asplund. I like that fight a lot. Let's jump into it. Nano. Names. Tongue. Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, this is a brutal watch, boys. This is a brutal watch. I don't know how far that'll play. Yeah, Jimbo. I do have some hair on my chest after that one. Jimbo's old lady, might I add. Dude, I don't even know, brother. I just like...
I didn't even do a breakdown. I just danced around it. I'm just sad. I don't even notice that. I'm just sad, bro. Like,
I don't even want
27 to 111 is fucking... Those are video game stats, dog. And the guy with 27 didn't know how to use the fucking... how to play the game. He's over here. That's how you uppercut.
It was, computer, CPU versus, a seasoned vet out there. I mean, listen, we've done the shoeies. I have the shirt. I don't have it on. Shout out Ty. I mean, always always going to have a special place in my heart. But Father Time is undefeated, and the fact that Louie Sutherland is turning into freaking Brock Lesnar out there, turning into Khabib Nurmagomedov, I'm like, okay, this is just not something that tickles my fancy, especially after having, well, I guess we're going in reverse order, but knowing what we know now and having Gaziev and Bear just put on that kind of fight, it's like, bro, how are these guys in the same league? It's tough. Maybe someone like a Thomas to train Peterson. You know what? Like, there's not a ton of guys. I was gonna throw out Mario Pinto, but I like that. Him. I think it's a solid blow, solid bout.
I feel like that'd be a reward for him and just a disgrace, a disparaging to fucking Mario Pinto, if I'm being honest.
That's what I'm saying. I can't go that. Like, there's not a lot of.
Like, Pip, you're laughing, but you know it's true, bro.
I
Search your heart, you know it to be true.
I think Ty should just retire.
No, for Louie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we all agree on that. No, we all
My
agree
bad.
on that.
For Louie. Yeah, Ty should retire, bro.
That makes me feel better.
Ty should fight diabetes and stuff.
Things.
Stuff things.
Fight
No, Louie.
Global warming.
Louie should fight the guys that Nano said. Not Ty.
My bad.
Definitely not Ty. My God. Could you imagine Ty versus Mario Pinto? Mario Pinto would actually knock him out.
Yeah.
Wolf.
He'd hurt him, bro.
Don't
He should fight obesity, Grimy said. That's fair play.
That's why I was
Strickland
laughing.
runs through him? Runs through who? Runs through Tai Tuivasa? You're probably right.
I was talking about Thomas. What up, Klaus? He's got to be talking about my boy.
What's up, Klaus?
Thomas the train. You're talking about Thomas, aren't you? I think so. Running through a train. Hard feet, but Mr. Strickland might be able to.
No, listen. Here's the thing about trains, guys. Let me tell you about trains. That's what Strickland would say.
Sweet Lou.
That's what Sean Strickland would say, anyways. Maybe you met Sutherland, but Strickland, I don't know. That's a different weight class, bro. Pip, what do you think, bro? What were your thoughts on this Louie fight?
Yeah, I mean, quick breakdown for anybody that missed it. I mean, just essentially relentless pressure from Louie. I mean, dominating Ty on the ground, advanced positions, good wrist control, yada, yada, yada. If Ty got up, he was dragged back down. That was about it. But, I mean, as far as what's next for Louie Sutherland, I mean, I don't mind a Steve Asplund. That's kind of what I was going for, but I also wouldn't mind a Rosenstrike. I think both of those could be fun fights.
Ooh, Rosenstrike would be a fun one. I thought he retired.
Did he retire?
I thought he did.
Pip, how'd that get past you, Pip?
I don't know.
All that plumbing you're doing, brother.
He's doing all that plumbing you're doing. Oh, that's so good, dude.
Look, my mind is somewhere else.
Yeah, he's fought,
busy, boy.
dude. Yeah, he retired from the UFC. He fought in dirty boxing for his last two fights
Oh,
He's sick again.
shit.
against Raheem Cleveland and Victor Cardoso.
Shout out Grimes. He's on it as well.
Household names.
Oh, gosh. That's right. Grimy, what? Grimy, you're on it today.
Biggie Boy isn't in the UFC. He has the DBX heavyweight title, bro. Dude, don't disrespect the champ like that. Pip, out there, you dog.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the UFC heavyweight division was a lot better when Chris Barnett was there. I'm just saying.
Facts, bro. Have you ever seen another fat man do a front flip like that? Never in my life. Never in my life.
Probably never will again.
Dude, he's so good. What was his nickname?
Biggie Boy.
Biggie Boy.
Was it Biggie Boy?
No, Biggie Boy was Arsenio Rosenstruik.
I thought it was Chris Biggie Boy Barnett. I told you. I don't know where I've been.
Beast Boy. You're
Beast
halfway
Boy.
there.
I was
Beast
close.
Boy, bro.
I was close.
Biggie Boy is not even close to Beast Boy.
They both ended boy.
There's two words. You got,
I got one of them right.
50-50.
50-50.
50% is a fucking F, dog.
Well, I guess you're right. But odds, it's still good odds. I'll say that.
Brother, I'll die on that hill. 50%'s an F, brother.
Because he's a heavyweight. You thought he
Two
was Biggie
fucking
Boy. Huh?
choice test.
It's messed up.
You failed half of it.
Well, I was just trying to
He's
describe
like-
him. That's all I was doing.
He's like, I know there's a boy in there somewhere. I reckon. Damn, Pip. Oh man, that's good. Oh, that's good. Speaking of good, Cam Rowston versus Robert Brickcheck. This one went pretty much exactly as I saw it going. Minus maybe a little bit of the dominance. I don't know. Pip, go to you first on this one. What do you think, brother? What are your thoughts on this Cam Rowston fight?
Yeah, I mean, Cam looked really good, like a real city kickboxing prospect, just heavy feints that had Robert reacting very heavy. And the commentators mentioning that he was training with Izzy during this camp, and it showed. You saw that Cam used that sticky jab kind of as that rage finder, and found that straight behind it. It was kind of that same technique that we saw, Izzy catch Alex with in their first fight. He had good leg and body kicks, landed some hard knees and elbows. He just showcased a wide arsenal. And he didn't just stop there. I mean, he utilized a full game plan. He mixed in the takedowns, set up the level changes perfectly, and was able to, just keep heavy top control and rain down shots. Just more of a rinse and repeat victory, a dominant performance from Cam Rowston. And for those of you that don't know, I mean, Cam Rowston is definitely a guy to keep an eye on. So I'm definitely excited to see him back in there. But Uncle Olin, who you got on this one? Or what'd you think on this one?
Yeah, man. Cam Rowston looked really good out there. It was kind of a rinse, wash, and repeat once he realized what was going to work for him, right? I thought he looked really good. He landed 3 out of 7 of his takedowns, 42.9% takedown accuracy, 57% of his total strikes, and 52% of his significant strikes. The only thing his opponent did better than him is accuracy of total strikes, but he just did not throw enough, right? 65 to 217 thrown. The volume was not there. And that's ultimately why Cam Rowston was able to just rack it up. And it makes sense why the volume wasn't there. He spent a lot of time on the ground, on his back. And shots don't really generate a lot of damage when you're on your back like that. So he was just fighting a losing battle. It looked like quicksand from the very start for Robert Brickcheck. As soon as Cam Rowston realized the game plan and realized kind of what was going to play out within the game plan, he just stuck to it. Great performance by him. As far as what's next, I'll save that till after Nano's breakdown. Nano, what were your thoughts, bro?
Appreciate it, brother. Short and sweet. You guys kind of hit the nail on the head. Cam Rowston, fine with city, city kickboxing out there in the boys. Yeah, I mean, he did enough. He showed out. I liked some of the aura he showed in there. He fought with a lot of confidence. Robert Brickcheck, I think, just different levels, right? And let's call a spade. Like when you're out there training with the Dan Hookers of the world, the Volkanovskis, the Israel Adesanyas, and everyone else in that camp that's just studs or comes into the UFC and makes a name for them. So this is Cam Rowston doing the same here with I don't, you call it nepotism, call it what you want, but he's making the most out of his opportunities, y'all. Stacked up a couple wins now this year in the octagon. Beat a Cody Brundage, knocked him out. Now you come out here, you beat a Robert Brickcheck, someone that want to go out there and out wrestle you. You got to reward him, right? I mean, obviously you want to see the exciting, dominant, crazy highlight reel finish, but sometimes you just go out there, beat your opponent up and collect the check and keep it moving. I'd love to see, in terms of what's next, since I have the stage, I might as well kickstart things here. I do what I want. I like a Michael or a Micallef Olejczyk. Olejczyk. These shots are starting to hit me, boys. I apologize, boys and girls, y'all.
We're all feeling it. We're all feeling it.
It's a fun one. Yeah. I like Michael O for sure. I think he's a staple in the division. Both guys are trying to inch their way closer to a top 15 status. Give me Michael O. What do y'all think? Pitt, you got some top of mind? How we feeling?
I really liked his call out against Marvin Vettori. I think that was perfect, and I say let's run that.
I like that call out too. I think it makes a lot of sense from where he sits right now from a meritocracy standpoint. And how much longer does this guy have? Right, you can't play gatekeeper for too long. You got to fight somebody up and coming. And Cam might be the guy. I think Cam might be the guy. With that being said, let's go and move into the light heavyweight division for a bout between Junior Tafa and Kevin Christian. Junior Tafa's back, boys. He is back on top. He is back in the win division. And with that, my goodness, my gracious me. Pip, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, Tafa, like you said, back in the win column with a round 1 knockout. And this was a tailor-made matchup, I thought, for Tafa. I mean, both of these dudes, their grappling is essentially non-existent, and Tafa is definitely the better striker. I mean, he started out with crisp striking from range. Is very Christian was very reactive. He was kind of moving all over the place. He was just kind of only really finding success with that leg kick, and it definitely did cause an effect. I mean, Tafa had to switch stances. He was very labored on that lead leg, and it was the only shot that was getting through. And at a certain point, it became the only shot that Christian threw, and we knew there's a problem with naked leg kicks. And you saw Tafa start timing the movement. He was able to start checking the kick. And then he was finding that right hand behind it. I mean, he clipped Christian a few times, walked him down, blitzed him with some heavy hooks, and finished the fight with some nasty elbows. And I have to mention, even with all of that being said, Tafa's grappling looked the best it's ever looked. I mean, Christian shot in for a double leg at some point. Tafa was able to stuff it. And in the final sequence, Christian shot in for another double leg. Tafa hurt him bad, pushed him down to the ground, and lands some Hamzat-style ground and pound. I mean, it was crazy. So I'm happy he's somewhat improving on his skill set. He looked good. I'm happy to see him back. But Nana, what'd you think on this one?
Yeah, brother. Great breakdown, as always. This felt like this was a layup for Tafa. I think we kind of, I guess, suggested that last week, and that, this guy, Kevin Christian, what are we going to see? It doesn't have a ton of experience. We know what we're getting with Junior Tafa. It's almost knockout or bust. And, I mean, he went out there and did what he needed to do. I'm laughing because all I could think about is a specific post. I wish I could recall and shout out the Instagram page, obviously one of our MMA community members, but man, someone posted just a video of Kevin Christian like warming up as they do the pre-fight kind of look into them getting loose, and he looked like an amateur at best. I mean, this guy looked like it was straight up amateur hour. The punches were not smooth. I mean, granted, he's 6'8", but you just see weird, awkward movement, and then think of like your funniest TikTok, kind of like, yeah, this is like wah wah wah. Not this is. You knew he was cooked when he starts trying to throw imaginary punches that are. Thank you.
Not a highlight.
The lowest of lights, my brother. So we knew he was cooked once we saw that. I'm just gonna leave it there. Shout out Junior Tafa for getting it done. Those elbows are nasty. I mean, I think those elbows are putting anybody out. Glad the 12x6 elbows are back. MMAnomaly, round us out, brother. What'd you see? And did you see that post? And just give me some general thoughts on the Tafa's opponent here and his unorthodox striking pedigree. Tell the people.
His enormous striking pedigree. I'll say this. Like, this fight lasted 2 minutes and 42 seconds in its entirety, and it was amateur hour, right? Like, it was the two drunk uncles fighting over the last Bud Light in the case. You know what I'm saying, man? Oh man, the private chat is incredible.
I know why you're laughing. I know why you're laughing.
Yeah, no, this was a very, very fun fight. It was not the most skilled fight in the world. It did feel like a bar fight at times, but it was also a lot of fun, if I'm being completely honest. Junior Tafa's back. He moved down to 205, came out aggressive, dropped bombs, had some nasty elbows there, some of which were questionable possibly. And he finished Christian quick. Welcome back, big fella. You know what I'm saying? Heavy hands, finishing power, improving his striking. What are the holes here, right, boys? What did we learn? He's still definitely raw, and he can be taken down by wrestlers. If there's anything that we learned, right? Like, do I think that Kevin Christian is a great wrestler? No. Did Kevin Christian get a takedown on him? No. Will a better wrestler at light heavyweight Yes, 1000 fucking percent, boys. That's gonna happen.
You did also
what do I
take his
wanna see
leg out,
next?
brother. I mean, Junior Tafa was on one leg out there, boys.
And what's
Luckily-
crazy is he's usually the one to land the leg kicks. What's up, John
Grimacing after that
Dong?
first one. John
John
Dong.
Dong, 9099. Sup?
What to do?
What's Malat's most winnable fight in the top 10s of welterweight? That's a great.
Ooh. Let's pull up the rankings.
Let's pull up the rankings, shall we? Welterweight, we love a side question like this. So you guys just pump them in the chat.
Maybe Buckley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like that's right at the end.
That's gettable. That's
I
gettable.
know. Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Less power, more volume. He can deal with volume.
I think he could even beat Muhammad.
Bone Fiend's very beatable as well. I hate to say it. But what was the question? Was it top 10?
Top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Muhammad, he could possibly beat, but I feel like Muhammad would chain wrestle him. What are
I hate
Malat's
it.
chances against JDM? High right now.
I was just going to say, I hate to say JDM's pretty gettable, but that's more of a mental thing.
Yeah, I mean, recency bias is a real son of a bitch in this sport, right?
It'll do
But he can't fight JDM. He needs at least one more very noteworthy win. That's why I'm saying a Leon Edwards. You beat Leon Edwards, you fight JDM. I never liked how JDM had a competitive fight with Holland. Yeah, that's fair. And Holland wasn't even focused back then.
Yeah, true.
Really makes you think. How good is Kevin Holland? Just how good?
He actually just dialed the fuck in.
He did. He really did. Speaking of dialed the fuck in, Gerald Mearshart almost dialed the fuck in, didn't he, boys? This was a very fun fight in the middleweight division between Jacob Malkoun and Gerald GM3 Mearshart. I thought that crazy little bet of ours may hit at one point, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. With that being said, Pips, talk to us. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean-
What'd you learn?
Jacob came out with a lot of aggression. He had Gerald against the fence on the feet for the most part. He was finding a home for that right straight, and Gerald had a big problem of circling to that power side. He was just moving right into Jacob's punches. And however, Jacob, he lost a lot of that momentum. He was able to get a takedown, but he left his neck open, and Jared was able to kind of get the reversal and pretty much get a complete round on top. And eventually, Jacob starts finding his range a bit more. He rocked Gerald with a jab. And then he kind of just found some right hooks and some straights that got through behind it. And Gerald just kind of stayed in the fight. He landed some wild left hands, got close. Yeah, he did get close with a head kick. But he just looked, I thought, pretty slow and hesitant. And that's kind of the main thing that I learned. I thought we definitely know that GM3 is towards the very tail end of his career, I would say, if I'm being honest. And as much as I hate to say that. But I mean, he ended up just becoming a bit more of a brawl at the end of the fight. It wasn't technical, just more of a car crash, and both guys were just, trading in the pocket. Jacob was just a little bit more active. I think he definitely could have capitalized a bit more. He could have thrown more combinations, maybe not engaged in the grappling as much as he did, but he did enough to get the win. And like I said, I mean, didn't learn a lot throughout this fight. Just, was kind of underwhelmed, if you will, with GM3. But Nana, what'd you think?
Yeah, man, I'll just call a spade a spade. I was underwhelmed with our boy Jacob Malkoun. I thought this was a real gettable fight. I felt like, and you kind of heard on the commentary as well, but take some chances. I mean, GM3 is someone that does obviously have a good grappling pedigree. Why are you going down there on the floor with them? I mean, let's stay on the feet. Let's stick to the guns. That could not have been part of the game plan. I'm just underwhelmed with Jacob's overall performance. I mean, he outstruck GM3 by literally one strike. Yes, he landed takedowns, but again, this is a grappler. Where is that going to benefit you? And then on top of that, it's not like he was really that offensive or that violent or trying to score, however you want to really phrase it. You saw it in that Louie Sutherland versus Bam Bam Tuivasa fight, where it's like, you're just standing. Yeah, I mean, control time is one thing, and a fight's a fight. You have to judge it as it lies, but let's get some traction. Like MMAnomaly said, you're not here just to collect checks. You're here to put your opponent out. This is a violent sport. You are graded by how much damage you can inflict. This is not just sit and wait. But yeah, I just underwhelmed, to reiterate. Would have loved to see more. I mean, 36 significant strikes, under half of Malkoun's overall strikes. I just would have loved to see more violence. I would have loved to see him take some more chances. So don't want to necessarily spend too much more time. MMAnomaly, I know you're a better man than me. And I don't know how much more we want to see at GM3, but what did you see here in this one, brother?
I think he needs to hang him up, man. I thought Jacob Malkoun, he looked good. Like, he didn't look bad. He did look good, but he looked far from great. I think both of you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, both of you guys said you were underwhelmed by the performance of Jacob Malkoun. Fair?
Yes.
100%.
I don't want to be a copier. I don't want to be a follower. So I'm just going to say I wasn't overwhelmed. I wasn't underwhelmed, but I was whelmed. I was fairly whelmed by his performance. I didn't really think he did a whole lot to shock me. I didn't learn anything other than, if it comes down to it, if he has to fight the upper echelon of top 10, he's fucked. Because he look, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being a real asshole tonight. Look, and I had this conversation with my significant other the other day. Like, when Eminem does a track with a rapper that's really good, his flow is really good. His verse is really good. When he's on a track featured, as an additional rapper with someone that's like subpar, his flow is pretty subpar. So I do feel there's a bit of that in MMA where you perform to the fighter caliber that you're in there against, and GM3's on the end of his leg. So maybe it was just an off performance. But if he comes out there with that baby back bullshit against the top 10, he's fucked, bro. He's up shit creek without a paddle. He'll be doing the fucking Wilhelm scream, which I did add to the soundboard. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. It's there. It's fucking there, folks.
One more time. We got to hear this in glory.
Let's go. Brother.
That sounds like getting thrown off a balcony or something.
It's the best, dude. It's the best. It was like an old soundbite from an old ass movie, and George Lucas loved it, so he just started adding it to like every Star Wars property. And it's the Wilhelm scream, bro. It's like fucking. It's the best.
That's a good scream. That's a good scream. That's a great scream.
There's so many times where like a stormtrooper falls, and it's just like that sound, and it's the best, dude.
There's not many
every time I watch anything
bites.
Star Wars,
That's one.
It's good. It's a classic one, dude. Every time I hear it in a Star Wars property, I'm like, Wilhelm scream. There it is. I feel like the fucking the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Like, there it is. There it is. That's it right there.
Yep. Yeah, now I won't be able to unhear it. Everyone's gonna start catching in every movie or show.
Dude, it's been used in so many movies. It's been used probably in almost as many movies as the Akira like motorcycle slide has been used in live action and anime. Shout out Akira, bro. You don't get anime like that. This shit was made in 1989. It's wild to me. Have I already asked you guys who wins Aljo versus Diego Lopez? You have a couple shows ago, but I don't think Pip was here for it, so we'll let him answer. Pip, what are your thoughts?
I think Aljo might be able to get it done. I think he's looked good, especially in his last fight. I mean, I think he's got the control, and his striking's looking a little better too. I mean, I think he kind of...
Dude, his striking has always been good. It's just always been underrated.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah,
I'm not trying to be a dick, but his striking is like the guy beat Petr Yan twice. The homie that we all thought was just waiting because his friend was there, like maybe he wasn't just waiting because his friend was there. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Merab couldn't beat Petr twice.
Against Petr Yan, he looked amazing. The first one, there's a big asterisk for it for me. But
let me ask you a real question. Have you gone back and watched it?
Oh, not in a very long time. I
will give you homework.
Okay.
I would say go back and watch it. We'll talk about it next episode.
I'll tell you my thoughts.
I think there's a lot of recency bias because he was able to land that kick and he did have him in a compromised position. I'll die on the hill that Aljo was winning that fight.
Fair enough. I thought he won the Oscar performance. That's how I kind of felt about it. But I'll go back and watch it. I'll let you know.
The Oscar performance, he said.
Federal fucking prison.
Fuck off, dude. I already thought he won the Oscar performance, but dude, this fucking guy.
And I think Aljo can win the fight against Lopez. That is my take.
And look, you know what, folks? This seems like a good segue. We're gonna segue into the next fight. All right, folks. It was a bantamweight bout between Colby, the Slickness Thickness, coming in against Vince Morales. And I think, unless I'm incorrect, it's supposed to be my turn to go first on this one, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pass it to Nano because I know he's got a sickness for the thickness. He loves BBWs. So, Nano, what did you learn about the thickness on Saturday?
That he's down with the thickness. Okay, that is exactly what I learned on Saturday morning for us here on the West Coast, Pacific time. But yeah, I mean, this was an interesting fight. I first want to give credit where it's due. Vince Morales, shout out. Okay, the purple shorts with the purple hair.
Shout out for damn sure. The hair was sick.
I was actually liking it. I caught myself. I'm like, I kind of wish more people would do this. It's kind of cool. I mean, Sugar did it, obviously made it his thing, but the purple on perp.
Homie was looking like a young DBZ character, brother.
Even just to rock the purple shorts, I was like, that's kind of a vibe. Like, I just appreciate something a little different.
Brendan Allen, first person to rock the purple shorts to my knowledge in the UFC.
There it is. And other than Sugar, I mean,
it was either
full
him or
on
Ian
purple
Garrett,
hair.
but I think it was Brendan Allen. Sorry.
The purple hair with all good, brother. Purple hair with the the blonde stripe in there was definitely unique, at least to Vince. And if I'm being honest, brother, I kind of thought he won. I thought it was closer than.
That was Nano, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate him being on the show. Unfortunately, I think he's having some technical difficulties right now. I'm not really sure what's happening, to be completely honest.
I don't know where he went.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of
back on the sauce.
Boom.
Thank you.
There we go.
There it is. I mean, boys, look at the X's and O's. I mean, Colby Thickness outstruck Vince by 1 strike. Colby went 0 for 6 on takedowns. Vince went 2 for 2. Make it make sense. I mean, again, I thought it was a close fight, but Colby obviously got his hand raised, had more submission attempts, got the reversal. Pitt, this is where you come in. Settle the score. What did you see?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I do think it was a close fight, but I definitely thought Colby was able to just kind of edge it out a little bit more. It was definitely one of those grappling fights where you could see their games were equally matched, and it kind of just ends up on the feet. I mean, Morales, I thought, was looking sharp very early. Good feints. He had good head movement, landing clean counters and good hooks in the pockets. Morales landed the takedowns, but Colby was threatening everywhere the fight went. I mean, both guys were able to reverse positions. Colby snatched up positions, even got some good triangles and arm bars, and some of those were really close. You saw Morales actually using his own leg at one point to kind of hold his arm back so Colby couldn't get the full extension on the arm. And credit to Morales for escaping all the submissions as well in the first round. I mean, they were deep. They got locked up. He was just able to end the round on top as well. And we started getting away from the grappling, and Colby found some really good overhand counters, chopped at the leg a bit, and even landed a spinning elbow at one point. Morales was doing well in the stand-up. He's still very loose, ducking just out of range and kind of popping back up with clean straights. He mixed the target well, body work and good right hands that got through it. Eventually rocked Colby a few times. He had 2 right hooks back-to-back that did land. He started looking for the submissions once Colby was hurt, and unfortunately, he could not finish the fight. And I thought, like I said, Colby was just able to do a little bit more, threaten some more, closer to ending the fight, I thought. So just unfortunately, he just wasn't as active as Colby. I thought Colby stayed a little bit bigger or busier, and like you said, it was extremely competitive. Colby was able to edge out the UD win, but it was a very intriguing matchup. So I'm honestly looking forward to seeing both of these guys back in there. But Uncle Colin, what you got?
I 100% agree with you, and bear with me while I do my best Pips piano tips impression here. I'm going to try and take some meat off the bone, folks. Look, no, you asked for clarification. Like, make it make sense is what you said, I believe was your direct quotes. Let me do that for you. Were there any points in the fight where Colby Thicknesse was knocked down?
No knockdowns.
Okay, good. And were there any points in the fight in which Colby was extremely compromised or looking like he may potentially be finished in the octagon in that fight?
He just got hit with those right, there was like 2 right hooks that got through, and he did get hit with those pretty clean.
Slight wobble, but he recovered very quickly, didn't go down, didn't get put in a compromised position, no fight-ending situation, right?
Fair.
Right. And there were 4 submission attempts that were very deep from Colby Thicknesse. So that's 4 potentially fight-ending sequences. You've got to score those highly. Maybe not as much as knockdowns, but maybe like every 3 counts as a knockdown. Add a knockdown to his scorecard, he won that fight. That's my depiction of how the judging was done on this fight. It's done on damage. Does a submission do damage to you that I can inherently see? No. But if I'm torquing your arm backwards, if I'm choking you, if I'm doing a number of different things to you with your joints or your airflow, it does inhibit you. Whether the judges can see it or not, it does inhibit you, and that should be scored appropriately. So I think the submission attempts, the submission threats, and the overall fight, even if you just score it, you take away the submission attempts, we can look at it on a round by round basis. Colby Thicknesse 6-5 on round 1 significant strikes, despite the control time, which, as you said, Nano, he didn't land a takedown, but round 1 control time, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to 1:44. Fairly close. And Colby Thicknesse outlanded him. On both, right? He had better control time and he had more significant strikes. You look at round 2, it's 27-18 on significant strikes. And again, you want to look at control time, 41 seconds to 0 in favor of Colby Thicknesse. The only round that Vince Morales controlled him in was round 3, which he also outstruck him in. Fair play. I give him round 3, but he lost the first 2 rounds. So I like Colby Thicknesse in this one. Anomaly. Get you some, Olin. Let's go.
Hey.
Love it. I got to make that merch and send one over to my boy. I'm still waiting on your shirt size, babe. Send me a DM.
I'll send it to you. It's probably like a child's medium, but I'll send it to you. My bad.
Child's medium. I'll send him an adult schmedium. We'll make it work. Oh, with that being said, do we have any names on the tip of our tongue, or do we even care to play matchmaker for Colby Thicknesse? I'm just excited to see what's next for him.
I am too. The only name that I was thinking of, just because I think he's right outside the top 50, is maybe a Javid Basharat, but that's about it.
Oh, the better Bash brother. Not mad at that. It's a good shout. Nano, you have a name?
I'm just going to piggyback that. I think it's a proper shout. Man, that's solid.
I'm with it. Speaking of being with it, middleweight division, Ben Johnston coming in against Wes Schultz. Call him Wes Craven with the way he went out there and caught a fucking body, boys. I mean, can we just call it? Can we just fucking call it? He was getting outlanded, in total strikes and significant strikes. And he also was the guy that got taken down twice compared to his 0 takedowns. But what happened? I'll tell you what happened. He submitted that fool, bro. And it was nasty. Just nasty work seeing it happen. He was one of my dog picks this week. He was the one that hit. Turns out not all dogs go to heaven, but this one did. I was happy in the pick. He looked good. He actually impressed me a lot. He looked pretty solid on the feet, even though he did get outlanded, as I said. But hey, West Party Time Schultz, he's someone to pay attention to. He gets it done ultimately via guillotine choke in round number 3. Tough fight, right? Like 3 rounds in, only having landed 22 strikes. Pretty tough stuff. But either way, I hit on a dog. I'm happy with it. Hey, WMC. Hi, I'm Slim Guy. Still wear a large size shirt. What? I'm a slim guy, still wear a large size shirt?
Nothing wrong with large. Nothing wrong with
Nothing
large.
with that, brother.
Large and in charge.
You wear a large. You wear a medium. I wear a large
as well.
This is the large right here, bro.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot, 185. I got permits for these guns, but I'm a large. Nothing wrong with
I wouldn't say I'm slim. Like I'm more slim when I'm not standing next to Nano. If I'm calling a spade. But I wouldn't say that I'm the slimmest guy, but I'm also a large in t-shirts. Also way over 200 fucking pounds. So there's that. Big boy. I'm almost 2 pips.
Almost.
I'm almost 2 of them. We're gonna do a grappling video in Vegas one of these years. It's gonna be great, guys.
I thought it was light sparring. You said grappling. That's fucked up.
I mean, I'm not much of a grappler, so that would actually be a better chance. Light sparring, I'm way more intuitive with. Let's do some Muay Thai. With that, we're gonna do a shot for a win instead of a loss because we definitely got the next one wrong. That's okay. Instead, we'll do it for this win for the first dog pick of the night here, folks. It cashed. I hope you did too. Cheers to you. Cheers to us, to all the fuss and the muss. And if you haven't already done so, smash that bell for notifications. Cheers.
Salud.
And with that, my goodness, my gracious me. Like I said, Wes Schultz looked good. He did an okay job. But it could have been a little bit more convincing. Could have been a little bit better. No. What were your thoughts on this? And while Pip catches his breath.
Yeah, I mean, this was honestly, I mean, Wes Schultz lost the whole fight until he won the fight. I mean, let's call it what it is. Like he was I mean, you throw up the fourth quarter buzzer beater. That I can't remember the last fight I seen where someone needed to get a finish in the third round, and it wasn't by a potential knockout finish. Like to get the submission in the third round. I mean, that guillotine was tight. I wish I could explain more about what was happening, but you didn't really know what was happening.
Sunk his blade of his wrist right into the carotid artery. He grabbed his own bicep, and then he braced the back of his opponent's head with his palm, pushing it down around the choke, right? So I'm just going to demonstrate here for the audio-only listeners. You can hear the difference in my voice when I do that, right? So like that's kind of what he did, and that's only a portion of this going around my neck. Actually, Nano's cousin Vic could probably tell you all about it. He's more of an RNC guy, but Nano, continue.
Literally. And you know, it's one of those things where not knowing what's happening, everything's happening quick, and then you hear the commentators, which is kind of where I'm relying to get a lot of my resources in that world, and you see him cut off, and then you hear the verbal tap, which again, you don't see that, you don't hear it often, but hearing him tap, and then obviously, you know, losing the fight there, I was like, shit, okay, I didn't realize it was that deep. But Wes Schultz did everything correct. He got him where he needed him, got him up against the fence, and got the fourth quarter buzzer beater. When, if I'm being honest, he really didn't do much to deserve that win, but you made it. You took it out of the judges' scorecards, and for that, we applaud you, brother. So way to go, Wes. Hell of a win.
Pip, talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, Wes Schultz, he actually got the submission. He kind of going back to the theme we had earlier. If I had a couple of words, if I had 3 words, he did it. It's just crazy to me. He actually did it. I thought he was losing this fight. Just thank you. I thought he was losing this fight just being an idiot, but he shocked me, and I'm sorry I doubted you. And I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. It felt like a very low-level type of fight. So, Olin, I will not be watching this guy, but you can let me know later on how he does. Just keep me filled in. And then eventually when he starts, getting on a win streak, I'll tune in. But I thought it was just, very low IQ fight. He kind of goes in for the takedown. He gets stuffed. And then he tries to basically kind of do a toss, but he crosses his own feet. And then, started the fight on his back and just kind of wasted a good chunk of that. And he was very content to stay off his back. I mean, he was looking for reversals. He was attempting submissions, pulled guard after weak takedown attempts that didn't land. And for the most part, Big Ben wasn't having any of it. I mean, he was landing bombs from the top. He was grinding the elbows in the face of Schultz. And it just showed that he was a lot stronger. The second round, he was, just complete turning point for West. He engaged in the clinch, lands a good right knee up the middle. And he goes down. West genuinely did show a killer instinct there. He went for the ghillie. He changed it to a darce, and they got tight both times. But the momentum, again, it doesn't last long. He gets reversed. He gets, on his back. He stays there for quite some time. And he's attempting submissions, basic sweeps. They're not getting anywhere. And then finally, in the third round, by a Hail Mary, he's able to lock up that guillotine, which he tried 3 separate times. He finally locked it up against the fence where he wasn't able to roll out. He couldn't escape. And there's a lot that West needs to improve on. It just
Third time's the charm.
Third time is the charm. And my God, he had to keep trying for it, didn't he? So, and it paid off. He got it. He was able to kind of push him against the fence. He couldn't roll away from him. So I'm not really looking forward to seeing any of these guys back in there. But good on West. Good on West. That's what I got.
Hell yeah, good on West. We're not playing matchmaker for him. As you said, it was a low-level fight. Like I said earlier about one of the heavyweight fights, it was like the 2 uncles fighting over the last beer. This was like the two cousins fighting over the last piece of pecan pie. Folks,
Love some pecan pie. Oh,
brother.
I guess
Pecan
we're
pie don't
almost-
miss.
I guess we're, yeah, damn
This
straight.
motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss.
Brother, I'm telling you right
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
Pecan pie don't miss.
Oh, it's always good.
It's fact. Oh, speaking of facts, the fact of the matter is, I have 3 words for you folks. I was wrong. I'll say it again just in case I did that too fast. I was wrong. And if I bet on him again, if I say, you know what, I really like Temba Garimbo in this one, I think I'm going to put a unit on him. Let me rewind it a little bit. I think I'm going to put a half unit on him. Let me rewind it a little bit. I think I'm going to put a fifth of a unit on him. I want you guys to tell me 3 words. Okay? All right. We're going to do it nice and slow.
Federal fucking prison.
Wait for
Okay?
it.
That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do this again. No, George Bush, I think, once said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, can't get fooled again.
You get food.
So, fool me 3 times, can't get fooled again. I got fooled, bro. Like, I picked him in our fantasy league. I think it was season 1, maybe season 2. And, brother, like 107 points, a cool 107. I'm like, oh, bitches, let's go. And then he got scheduled a second time. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. I'm going to win. I'm going to be the guy. And he fought Vicente Luque, and I'm like, oh my God, this fucking incredible, bro. He's going to fucking murder him. I'm going to get like 125 on this guy at one more fight. He's going to be a 250 fucking point fighter in one season. And then, to keep a long story short,
1 eternity later.
he got me 6 points in the second fight. It wasn't good at all. He got subbed very quickly. I actually think I'm being very generous. He may have got me 2. But it was bad. It was bad, I'll tell you that. Inflation is a real pain. It was actually 2. No, it was bad, bro. I didn't win the season. Didn't feel good about it. And I feel even less good about it in this fight, bro. Temba Garimbo just did not look good against Jonathan Micallef. He seemed way too often, and I know Pip, he's got 3-4 pages of notes probably on this one. Every time Timbo would come in, he'd throw the jab to set it up, which is great. But then he would just do the same predictable overhand every fucking time. And I hate that. I hate that. Like, it's like when I go visit my little nephew and he's like, do you want to play video games? And we go play Mortal Kombat and he starts spamming moves. And so then I'm like, I'm not going to let you win now. Like you start spamming moves. I'm like, you're becoming predictable. Let's murder you. That's exactly what happened in this fight. Like, Timba got very predictable. He was doing very well in the beginning, but then he just started going to the well a little bit too much. And Jonathan Micallef is a very adaptable fighter. He looked very good out there. He kind of rose to the occasion in many ways. Outlanded him in totality, 83-74, and outlanded him on significant strikes, 55-39. The only thing that Timba really had going for him was takedowns, right? He landed 2 out of 5, but he wasn't really able to do a whole lot with them either. The control time wasn't there. The ability to control the opponent was not there. So Timba loses a lot of stock in this one, man. I think maybe was it The Rock? Maybe The Rock bought the wrong guy a house. No, I'm just kidding. He's a great guy, but maybe PFL is on the speed dial. Nano, what were your thoughts on this one, bro?
Yeah, I mean, listen, brother. It's hard to stay undefeated in this game, right? I mean, it's hard to stay at the top. Sometimes styles make fights, and yeah, we think the utmost of Temba Garimbo, but I was not familiar with the Joe Nathan, aka Jonathan Micallef's just sheer aesthetic. I mean, this guy is shredded to the gills, boys. This guy was huge. His back. I mean, this guy looked every bit of just strong and I don't know if necessarily a weight bully, but that conditioning on that kid. Whew. he made Themba look like a fish out of water. I mean, this guy was strong and just simply able to get it done. It was a split decision win. It's tough because we're not judges here, right? We watch the fights. We know we're going to talk about it. We know we're going to be on camera, but it's really hard to like really watch a fight and judge it simultaneously. I'm sure if we go watch it back multiple times, things like that, we can give you a good sense of how we saw it, and we typically do. But just like the judges, it's off reactions, how we felt, what we were seeing. Maybe hopefully they have the numbers and everything in front of them as well. But I just felt like Jonathan, it was his fight. Just looked like a stronger, heavier handed, more significant strike providing fighter. And you can look at the takedowns, you can look at some of the control time, things like that. But I thought Jonathan did enough, and I really felt like that third round was the solidifier. Felt the same way with Erceg and Tim Elliott. It's like, hey, when it's 1-1, let's see who really shows out in that third round. And it just felt like Jonathan, with the home crowd behind him, showed out. He showed up and he showed out. So got the win. Themba, brutal. You hate to see it, but I don't think I'm betting against this guy, Jonathan. I mean, look at his forearms. I'm looking at the UFC picture right now. This dude looks like Popeye. I mean, yeah. Is that some ribs? Hungry boy.
Why did it do yours live action, dude? What did it
That's pretty real.
so real?
He's so messy with that thing. Damn.
Why did it make it so real?
Doused in barbecue sauce.
And the live action ones are nice.
That was good.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's good. I'm sorry, no. I didn't mean to derail your train there, bro.
Well, I gotta lick that bone clean, boys. It was a hell of a fight. Hell of a pick. I mean, we got to give credit where it's due. MMAnomaly. I mean, brother, the production value, the real time production. I mean, you can't beat it. Nothing beats live television, but even Pip's like, whoa.
Pip's face is so good, dude.
I'm getting ready to call 911,
It's
dude.
like moving out of frame. Like, I can't look at this.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta go.
I've got to go give some piano tips right now, I'm pretty sure.
He's like, is that how I look?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Jimbo's O'Leary said I can hear that photo. That's incredible.
I feel it in my plums.
Oh, man. It's funny because like every time I try and get it to do a cartoon version, it does it perfectly. I've literally tried 7 prompts and it's done 5 live action ones and 2 of the worst animated ones I've ever seen. The live action ones are so good though. They're just like, this man wasn't meant to be animated. It can't do him justice.
Show him getting in that thing, brother.
Chomp chomp slurp. That's actually Nano's catchphrase in Vegas. Chomp chomp slurp. Oh,
Pretty much.
it's not false advertising, folks. With that being said, did we care to play matchmaker for this one, or we just want to move right on down the line?
Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. We got Dom Marfan and Kody Steele. Kody Steele, your girl. Pip, take all the meat off the bone, brother. Take us away here. What do you think on this one?
Yeah, I mean, Kody looked amazing. He came out with a lot of pressure, just strong timing on the double leg, and it was just strong start for Kody. He didn't engage in the clinch with Dom or let him strike from the outside. He was just able to kind of do his thing. As soon as it got to the ground, Steele was advancing positions. He didn't waste much time, and Dom was attempting a lot of scrambles, going for the legs, and eventually Kody starts hunting for the arm triangle. Dom was able to kind of roll on top when Kody stopped controlling the legs in that exchange, and both guys were able to kind of reverse scrambles. They both kind of went for legs. They were rolling through, and eventually we kind of just settled in this 50-50 position. Steele was just able to kind of wrap his legs around the right leg of Marfan, and after all the scrambles, he catches that foot in the armpit, and he basically kind of sets it up where he's able to use his hips almost to torque the knee the other way. It was a beautiful leg lock, honestly. It was high-level submissions. So it was a very impressive submission to me, and against a very tough opponent. I thought it was a great way to start the card and to end the show. Nana, what'd you think on this one?
It was exactly that, brother. It was exactly that. It was fun. It was high pace. It was a lot of action for as long as it lasted. Great way to start off the card. Kody Steele. I mean, you saw the enthusiasm. You saw the emotion. You saw the excitement after the fight there. And, we got the man bun on this one. And Goku in the background.
Man bun, bro. The man bun was taking me out, bro. I had to share it.
Dude, can we just acknowledge that casually throwing Goku behind me? Or is that Gohan?
I mean, take your pick, bro. Pick your poison, kid.
Either way, that is a hungry, happy man chomping on a drumstick right there.
That's a hungry, hungry helper.
He kind of looks like Fat Bastard.
I definitely do. A little hair on the chest. I like this guy. Just a little peach fuzz.
Oh man, holy fuck.
We need to just have a full episode just dedicated to AI. Listen, if y'all give us some prompts, we will make photos and put them on. I'll have a full episode dedicated to that, y'all. We'll do it. Oh my gosh. No, hey, great fight, Kody. Balls of steel, blue steel, if you will. Got it done. It was a fun one. Love y'all. Let's keep boozing. And that's that. Chomp chomp.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good, bro. Yeah, Kody still outlanded him significantly. 19-3 on total strikes. Hey, 1-1 on significant strikes, Nano. Fairly evenly matched. But ultimately it ended by way of submission. Kody Steele, who I said last week, basically had to either be an actor or an MMA fighter. I mean, just based on the name alone. You can't be named Kody Steele and not be someone famous. Let's call a spade here. The dude is a beast. He's 8-1 now in MMA with 4 wins coming by way of TKO or KO, 2 wins by submission, and 2 wins by decision. He adds another submission to the bracket via heel hook over Dom Marfan. I mean, this was a solid fight. This was a solid fight, right, boys? It was a great way to open up the card. I thought Kody Steele looked really good. He looked like he learned a lot from his last fight. He's going to learn every time he gets in there with the UFC. And I mean, realistically, if you guys are down to play matchmaker, I've got 17 names on the tip of my tongue for this one.
There we go.
Truly, I've got so many names on the tip of my tongue. Put him against the entire division. I had to hit myself with a live action. I can't. If I'm gonna do it to the co-host, I got to do it to me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be an asshole.
Everyone gets it. Everyone gets it.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite ones, though. Like, look at this one, bro. It's so good. It's so good. That and this one, bro. Pip looks so into it, and Nano's so fucking judgy. It's so good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That might be the one that gets turned into a t-shirt. It's just so good, bro. It's so good.
Love it.
So good.
Love it.
With that being said, folks, did you have a name on the tip of your tongue for young Kody Steele? Or you just want to let the matchmakers do their work? I feel like we're making it too easy for them.
I know. We've been swinging a hot bat. I don't have a name. Pip, I feel like you might, but
Give him Jamie Malarkey or Trevor Peak.
oh,
What a bunch of malarkey,
Trevor
bro.
Peak.
But low key, that's kind of peak. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I saw that. Look, that's it, folks. That's the show. That's the fights. We'll be back. Did we agree on Friday? Friday, 5 p.m.
Friday, yes, sir.
Yeah, anytime Friday.
All right, I was like, no, you were thinking about it. All right. With that being said, we'll see you same time, same place in 2 days, folks. Be here, or maybe be here later in the show, or on the watch back. Either way, We'd appreciate the watch hours. We'd appreciate you being here. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications if you haven't done so yet. And with all that being said, look, if you cashed in, great. If not, that's fine too. We did 5.38 units out and 6.1 back in. So pretty solid stuff. And we're working our way back up to the top to be the cream of the crop, folks. Look, if you're not betting, if you didn't agree with us on any of our picks, that's fine too. As long as you do the last two things, we're going to ask that you keep on going, and we're going to ask that you keep on growing, folks. And we really, really hope we see you on Friday. Let's go! Let's fuck.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.